So I texted RJ about something yesterday, and then he was like, "Oh, we should do a cold open," and on this topic, and I was like, "Oh, okay, fine, no problem." But I wanted to see. So every year there is a Halloween party for celebrities, and if you know it, don't say it right away. But I want to see if both of you know it, and if you know who it is, you can just say, "I know who it is." But if you don't know it, you're never gonna guess it. I saw this on TikTok. I sent it to RJ.
Where was this party?
I'm not entirely sure.
Why wasn't I invited?
Probably because you don't have costumes that cost as much as this costume.
Right.
But tell me, when you for Halloween, obviously you dress up like somebody else, right? Tell me who this person is.
I'm looking for a yellow bone, long hair star, thick in the hips.
I mean, that's no good. You sent me that. That made me really uncomfortable. It's like slimy. You know what it looks like, though? In all honesty, it looks like the pretzel bites, like the hot dog ones at the mall.
I know what you're talking about.
It's very bad.
It's disturbing.
So you saw it already. Okay, so do you know who it is?
No.
Let me tell you who it is. Jimi Hendrix.
It's right.
Yeah.
That's I was gonna make another joke, but I'm not
right.
going to. That was Heidi Klum. Every year she has a Halloween party. Now let me tell you something. Heidi Klum. I love me some Heidi Klum. Okay, I love.
She's
Heidi
overrated.
Klum. I don't care what you think. I love Heidi Klum.
Matt doesn't have a mic.
Where's the mic?
Oh, it's behind Matt.
Fuck.
I looked over. I'm like, something's wrong here.
Fuck.
That's great.
Love Heidi Klum.
I don't love Heidi Klum in a warm outfit, though. That's all I was going to say.
No, it's...
I don't like anyone in a warm outfit. All right, welcome back to the Movie Mob Podcast here. Movie news, let's get right into it. I'm joined as always with Matt, Sam, Nick behind the camera. We got a stacked pod today, a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Lupita Nyong'o, you guys know her?
Yep.
Black Panther.
She's excellent.
Us. She's great. One of the best actresses we got going today. She's going to be in this third Quiet Place film. It's going to be a prequel. It's called A Quiet Place Day One. Ooh. So I believe that John Krasinski wrote it, but he's not directing it. So this is going to be the first one he's not directing. Possibly because maybe he's in Fantastic Four. We'll see. What are you saying, man?
Well, hold on. You said this was a prequel?
Yes.
The second one ended on a cliffhanger.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's kind of stupid.
Well, the first one ended on a cliffhanger,
They
too.
want you to hang on for just a little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah, but then I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they did tease the origin in the second movie. They had that flashback to the first day. I mean, I like that idea, but I am with you. It felt like they should just keep the trilogy and then do it after, maybe.
I mean, listen, she's a great actress, and if John Krasinski's involved,
right?
Because I was like, do I need A Quiet Place 2? No, but actually, I enjoyed it. I really liked the movie, and I think they've gone 2 for 2. I think it was on par with the first one. So I'll definitely see this when it comes out. But I don't know. I kind of would have liked a continuation of the story they left off that.
I'm wondering if this does have to do with Krasinski maybe being in Fantastic Four. I wonder if he's doing this in the meantime so that he can do the third movie after maybe or something like that. Who knows? Sam, you like A Quiet Place?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the first one. I remember we saw it at the Cabot Cinema.
Cabot.
That was actually an unreal...
Talk about a movie based around sound, and we went there. Probably the worst sound.
Yeah, no, this place is not good for sound at all, especially during your movie as well.
Thank you.
But anyways, I'm a big fan of A Quiet Place. I did not see the second one, though, believe it or not.
Oh, you didn't?
We went with Joe and Christian.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I couldn't make that one, but, I'm all for a third movie, except the fact that like you guys said, it should have been moving forward, going towards the third.
Yeah.
As you said, this last movie ended on a cliffhanger. So I feel like as you're making progress, you don't want to go ass backwards and go back to where you started. So I feel like they should have just made the third movie based off the second movie's cliffhanger instead of going to a prequel.
I guess the only thing you could like maybe like push back on that is like I feel like the first two movies ended very similarly. Is like maybe they have a more interesting story with this. I don't know. Nick, have you seen these?
I've not. No.
I think you'd like them. They're a good time.
They're solid.
You need a good sound system though, especially with the first one.
Yeah,
It's a cool
they don't
concept.
talk.
No, for the most part, yeah. But
Jesus.
there he
every
goes.
time, every time.
getting hit by all angles today. Well, I'm excited for this. Good cast. It doesn't have Cillian Murphy though.
That's
a shame.
no. Because I'm literally, my next question was going to be, is Killian in the prequel?
Does he die in the first one? The second one?
No.
Let's just ruin it for everybody.
No, he makes it.
Yeah, thanks, RJ.
Well,
Appreciate it.
There you go.
Dude,
he doesn't die.
I need Tommy Shelby, dude. Yeah, I really not
Totally
only
agree.
not only because I just really like him as an actor and everything he's in, but I actually really liked his character
Yeah.
in the second.
No, he was cool with the beard.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited. I'll see it. I'll be there. Day one. That's the name of the movie. Young JFK. You know him? There he is, right on the right there. He looks a lot different. No, that's a director. James Gray. Is that his name? I believe it's James Gray. And there's JFK. So this is going to be a young JFK movie. So it's not going to be about his presidency, from what I understand. It's going to be. Do you have that quote up there?
I don't.
I'll pull it up. But basically, it's going to be about his life, kind of up until the presidency. So his time in the war. I believe he fought in World War II. So
it's going to be about the stuff no one cares about in his life. I mean,
I guess
it's fucking
so.
stupid. I mean, are they going to make a fucking Tom Brady movie and then end it when he gets drafted by the Patriots?
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, who gives a
They
shit?
made a Kurt Warner movie.
You think I give a shit what Tom Brady did when he was in middle
I
school?
think you do.
I do, but no one else does.
Yeah.
My mom, you think or fucking do they care what Tom Brady did when he was 11 years old? No, give me the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
you know.
Sometimes these types, I don't disagree with you at all. But I do find like sometimes it is kind of cool to see the like what decisions were made in their lives to get them to the point where they, I
suppose
that's kind of cool.
Well, here's what it said in the article. It will focus on JFK's evolution from an unremarkable young man, desperate to prove his mettle to his powerful father, into a World War II hero whose triumphed over adversity hardened leadership skills that forged his path through the White House. So, I mean, there's stuff there, I guess, with his dad, maybe, that we don't know about.
Give me the Bay of Pigs.
The Bay of Pigs invasion. Give me Fidel.
Yeah.
JFK versus Fidel, Dawn of Justice.
I'd watch that movie.
Octagon, cage match.
Sam, what do you think about this? Local guy, JFK.
I'm a big fan of JFK, but I think we got enough with the JFK Museum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to go learn anything about JFK, know everything from A to Z, I mean, all you had to do was take a trip to the museum, and we did that several times as kids.
Did you go in high school?
Yeah.
Field trip?
No, we went
middle
St.
school.
John's.
Oh, nice.
Back in the day. I think it was.
You're a prep kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, these two. They're both are. These
How
two.
you
They're
doing?
both are. They're both prep kids.
No.
How you
Public
doing?
school for. Me and Sam went
We're
to high
religious
school together.
guys, bro.
Yeah, we're Catholic.
But for Sam,
I'm Catholic too. I didn't go to a private school. I'm not,
Yeah,
that
we're
well
religious.
off. I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know. Me and Matt, the poor kids.
I know.
so for Sam,
We only get Jesus on Sundays.
Yeah,
right?
hey, you went to St. Mary's for a time.
In preschool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
But,
did you do? CCD there?
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing? Well, Sam, JFK ends at the museum, right?
Yeah.
That's where it ends.
Yep.
Nick,
I'm not interested.
really? See, I thought you would be.
I'm not interested.
Wow.
No, I liked. I've seen you've seen the Kevin Costner.
Good
I've
movie.
seen parts of it. But
Good
I-
movie.
It's so
Yeah, Oliver Stone.
good. I love that, the conspiracy stuff behind it. I go in, I'll watch the actual news footage of when they arrested what's his face.
Yeah.
All that stuff super interesting to me. Couldn't care less.
That is a great point. Like the stuff you want to know about is not.
Yeah, who
this.
gives a shit, dude?
Especially, no offense, but especially about JFK. Like
Right.
he was just a rich kid. Like he was like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
Kennedy family. They have their house is called like the Kennedy compound. You know what I mean?
I mean, imagine they made the Bohemian Rhapsody movie with Freddie Mercury and they stopped once he joined Queen.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding?
It's fair.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
That's
with
just what I think. You know, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a biopic, do the whole pic.
Yeah.
You know?
I just want him to be portrayed better than he was in Blonde. They made him look like a mean guy.
He was not. I'm sure that was probably realistic.
Yeah. We'll see.
Who
We'll
knows?
see. Next topic. Liam Hemsworth to replace Henry Cavill in The Witcher. Tragic news recently. Even though
it's tragic.
Even though we're not the biggest fans of The Witcher, to me, Cavill's the only drawing point
Absolutely.
for why I would still watch it. And the
Absolutely.
fact that he's gone after this next season makes me not even want to watch it.
I mean, he's the only reason I watched seasons 1 and 2. And even,
Yeah.
I really didn't even like season 1, to be honest with you. And I came back for season 2. I said, I'll give it another chance. Henry's in it. And I really didn't like it. But the only thing I liked about the show was his presence as Geralt.
Yeah.
Every scene he was in, I was like, all right, he's sick as Geralt. This is a cool character. And he is very much that character. And he leads that show and carries that show. And to not have him, I agree, it loses all its appeal. And I think it's a big loss, and I think it's going to fail now.
Yeah. Sam, have you seen The Witcher at all?
I have not, but I will speak about it though. So I think
I
just
like that.
switching the main guy, like the head
Love
honcho guy, like during another season is just completely asinine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why would you replace someone that's been so successful over the past couple seasons?
I have an answer for that. Go
Is
ahead.
it because of Superman?
So I think that's part A.
I think there's multiple.
I think Henry Cavill is. I don't know why necessarily these. I'm sorry, Sam. Continue your point, and then I'll go off after. But I do have an answer for that.
No, I want you to butt in. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yes, sir. So I think that I don't know why it still exists, but when TV first came out, all of Hollywood was shitting all over TV. They were like, "This is a fad. This is BS. Don't buy TVs," because they thought that everybody was gonna like stop going to the movies, right? So then there became this like stigma between movie stars and TV stars, and it kind of stuck around all the way through. I would say even like the early 2000s. Like people, like actors and actresses we know would be like, "I'm not doing TV.
Yeah,
Are you
Leo,
out of your
so-
mind?
Yeah.
God forbid you get stuck on television, right?"
Yeah.
So I think that, and then because of streaming services and everything,
HBO.
there's a series
Changed
which
it.
is different than a TV series. So like The Sopranos, right, is on HBO, and you had to pay to have HBO, which is different than like an NBC or a TBS
Yeah.
kind of show. Okay.
Right.
Cable.
Yep.
But I do still think in a little bit, there's a little bit of like a stigma around television acting versus movie acting, or series acting versus movie acting. So I think with Superman and everything that Cavill is trying to cross over into those movie only kind of that role, right?
Yeah.
Where he's not in series anymore. I wonder if Liam Hemsworth is it official that he's going to replace Cavill as
Yeah.
the same character?
Yeah.
So that's really weird to me. I
Well,
think that's
so-
absolutely
Stupid.
bizarre.
I definitely agree with you with that. I have read that so Cavill's like a huge fan of the books that these are based off,
Sure,
and that's
sure.
how he got the role. He was like, "Please cast me as Geralt." So I've heard
Geralt.
I've heard that the writers on the show don't like the books at all, and that it's aggravated him in the past that they want to change it so much.
Sure.
So I think that could have played a role because, to be honest, even if he is playing Superman, I mean, actors shoot 4 or 5 movies in a year. There's no way I don't think this was a scheduling issue. I think there were a lot of
Well,
factors.
also, too, I mean, he's the draw, so if he was like, I want to do this,
Right.
like, they'd schedule it around
yeah,
his
if he was
schedule.
enjoying it to the
Yeah. I'm
But
sure
as
DC
you-
is the same way.
As you know, though, when you have to make a decision, right? If you're in love with something or if you're passionate about something, you're going to fight to lose the sleep to continue doing what it is that you want to do, and you start doing multiple movies and all this other stuff. Makes the decision a lot easier to give up on stuff you don't like if you're getting pushback from the people that you work with on one thing. So
Right.
like if first of all, I don't know why you would want to even make a series called The Witcher if it's based on a book and then you want to change the whole book around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just either make the series or don't. And if you look at if you're Cavill, right, and you love the book and you go through 2 seasons of torture of wanting to make suggestions and wanting to, a character that you love being completely not the character that you love, I could totally understand why he'd be like, you know what, I'm going to do movies from now on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would still love to see him as a Baratheon in one of the.
Yeah.
That'd be such a great role.
Well, I mean
for him.
if
Targaryen.
you want to speculate, I mean, there were rumors of him being casted in House of the Dragon season 2.
It would be such a. Oh my god.
Is he too big of a name, though?
He might be, but I mean,
Like, is he going to take you out of the show?
See, that's my point.
People worried
what I mean?
about Matt Smith with that too, but I think he's adjusted.
was-
No, and when the first episode for the first 5 minutes with Matt Smith in House of the Dragon, I could only see
Doctor Who.
The Crown. Doctor Who, yes,
yeah.
but he played Prince
Yeah.
Philip in The Crown for the first season, and he's really good in that too.
He's a good actor.
He's a dude.
He's awesome.
He looks like a shoe, but he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great
It's
actor.
amazing. Cavill, though, I think that's the point, though, with what I was just saying.
Okay.
Is he too big?
Yeah.
Meaning, like, is he a movie star
Yeah.
as opposed to someone who could be in series? And I don't think that he's there yet. I think that if he didn't do any series for the next few years, and then it becomes like a demotion almost, if you think about it, to go backwards. But I don't know. I don't know. The cool thing is we have a couple pictures here because they did a photo shoot with Liam Hemsworth in the costume.
They did.
Yeah. So
No,
I pulled
I
up
didn't see
the picture.
I
That's
feel like
him.
this is gonna be a
and
joke.
it is a joke.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, to me, if we're just going on acting, I mean, this is a huge downgrade.
I
Liam
totally
Hemsworth
agree.
is- I mean, no offense, but
He's
Yeah.
a model. He's a model.
Yeah.
He's a stud, good-looking dude.
he's
there.
no Chris.
He's
you
no
know?
Chris, but he's there to play the pretty face of Geralt
Right.
the Witcher.
Geralt also doesn't say much.
No, he doesn't.
a lot
Yeah,
of, you know.
You're right. You don't have to be the greatest actor. I mean, the other speculation too was, does this mean Cavill is maybe casted as James Bond? But I think they've made it clear that they haven't made a decision yet
Fair.
on Bond. But you know, it's out there.
That's
People
what
have
they say.
debated it. We'll see. Anyway, it's disappointing. But speaking of Henry Cavill,
There's
we got
more
another
news.
project coming on here with
Oh.
Eiza Gonzalez.
She's hot.
She's a good one.
She's a smoke.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
So this is a Guy Ritchie movie.
Love it.
You know what to get from Guy Ritchie movies. The Gentleman, I haven't seen it, the last one he put out, but I've heard
What?
good things. I've heard
oh,
good
it's
things.
so
Really?
good. Oh my God, that's so good.
His movies are hit or miss for me. I didn't like his King Arthur movie, but
Me either, but I did like the Gentleman.
what did he do too? The Man from U.N.C.L.E. with Cavill too was the spy thriller type movie that he did. I mean, just this premise, they said it's a World War II spy thriller with
Nice.
produced by Jerry Bruckheimer.
Oh,
so
okay.
there's going to be
He
some
produces
explosions.
everything.
Yeah. I'm in.
I'm
This is a
in.
good cast. I'm for it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a good cast.
I mean, that's sex right
Yeah.
there. I mean, come on.
Well, now we know what you want to see.
I mean, Henry and what's her Eiza?
yes.
She great. That's a great. I mean,
Was she in Baby
she's-
Driver?
She's
Oh,
so
yeah.
pretty. She's so
she's
pretty. This
beautiful.
girl.
She's literally beautiful.
Do you think? So I mean, I feel like
Wow.
this would lead credence to what you were
She's
just
spicy.
talking about, on how like there's more movies down the line for him that he took.
Well, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think that he was able to make the decision to leave The Witcher because of the pushback. Because if The Witcher was exactly what he wanted to be in, right?
He wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
He wouldn't leave. He'd say, "Yeah, I'll do this movie. I'll do that." And listen, I got The Witcher, and I'm not. You can't
Yeah.
twist my arm on The Witcher. But it was probably pretty easy for him to be like, "Yeah, you know what? This is not the books. This is not
Right.
what I
Yeah.
wanted. Not what I signed up for. And I'm going to go do movies now," which I think is interesting. So you have this potential season 2 for House of the Dragon, potential James Bond. We don't know
Superman.
what the hell he's got going on, and the fact that he's not a bigger name is astonishing to me.
Yeah.
Like he is the epitome of like a Clark Kent Superman, handsome American man.
He looks like Superman. Like, I don't know if there's another person alive that looks,
He's
more
got
like
everything.
Superman.
To be honest with you, it makes me wonder if he's a total pain in the ass.
He seems like a chill guy.
He seems like
Yeah.
a chill guy, but why is he not in more stuff? It really makes me wonder what the hell is going
think
on.
he's got
in
the
Hollywood.
Some
trouble.
people don't think he's that great of an actor.
Some
He's
people don't
definitely
think
not
he
the
has it.
best actor around, but he's good enough.
But
He
it's
was good in
it's
Fallout.
the look. It's the look.
Yeah.
He
It's
has
the
the look
whole,
more
you
than
know?
anyone.
I'm sorry, but to have middle-aged women and I'm sure some men fawning over young boys like what's his name there? And Don't Worry, Darling.
Harry
Chalamet.
Styles.
Yeah, Harry Styles.
Oh,
Like I know he's not that young, but
Yeah.
like this is a man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like why would you not put him in all of the stuff that you? I
That's
don't know.
a decent point. Yeah.
I don't know. I
What's like?
He's in that that Enola Holmes, the Netflix movies too. So I
see.
don't
It's a
know.
Netflixy thing. I
Yeah.
think he's trying. I'm
To
telling
break
you
away
to
from
break
that.
away from that, get into the studio work. I think that's
Yeah.
really where he's headed. I would see this. I'm pumped.
I'm excited.
Oh,
Sam,
I'm
what do you
seeing
think
it.
of this?
So this is based off the original Gentleman, right? With Matthew McConaughey and stuff.
The same director. I don't think it's related.
not
to
related.
that. No.
Spin-off movie,
It-
just kind of.
They're not
It's
related.
just like a separate movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's by the same director,
Same director. Yeah.
same style of film as The Gentleman.
well, I mean, I was a fan of The Gentleman. I mean, that was a solid film. I'm not really sure what to think of this movie. I'd have to see a trailer first before I can say anything about it. But, Henry Cavill, fuck.
Cavill.
I will
Either
never
way.
get that right. Either way, I'll probably go see it.
Yeah.
And I've seen all I need to see.
I-
Right there, man.
That's it?
Show
That's
Maddie's
it.
That's
That's
so you
all I
don't.
need.
Oh, in order to go watch the
You
movie.
don't
Yeah,
need the
yeah.
title or anything.
Dude, I don't even know the title. Like,
Yeah.
I forgot what you said, to be honest. I just
Yeah.
saw her. I was like, oh, wow.
She is so pretty, dude.
What a great dress.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Very bright.
She looks like a pinup girl, but like a classy one.
We
she
should-
looks really pretty.
We should review her movies.
All right. Well, I don't know. What else is she in other
Baby
than Baby Driver?
Sure, she's in other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so that's it. I had a topic about the new Vision show coming out on Disney Plus. I figured we'd just scream about it for 30 minutes, so I removed it.
That's fair.
All Quiet on the Western Front. We reviewed the trailer last week. Dropped on Netflix this past Friday. Nick and I watched it. Did you guys watch it?
Yes.
You did. All right. I mean,
It's like falling asleep. It was late for me, but
yeah. It's a 2.5 hour movie. I watched it during the day. That's why.
that makes
with
sense.
the subtitles. I mean, I got to be honest with you. What a film.
Yeah, man.
This to me is probably, with 1917 and I don't even know, probably those two are the best war movies in the recent past 10 years.
Just,
Easily.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get a war movie right, it hits different.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because just the whole time you're watching it, and just knowing that like this really happened and people like went through this, like I don't know, it hits deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially this movie too. Not to get, but like watching like your friends die.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine.
I mean, this
that.
movie had no positive spin at all.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean-
sometimes, with 1917, you have that kind of heartfelt
No,
ending.
it was not. It was
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
But this was like full. I mean, this book is famously anti-war. It's all against the whole concept of it, which I think they got across really well. It's a brutal ending too. You think it might end somewhat.
It's 11
positively.
o'clock.
Yeah, I know. Sam, what'd you think?
So, like you said, I'm a big fan of this movie. It's definitely one of my favorite war movies in recent time. So I'd say the cinematography was unreal. It's very realistic. Like the uniforms, the military mobiles, like the tanks and shit like that, fucking spot on. The artillery, just in general, like the guns and all that, fucking on point. I gotta say, one of the scenes that really got me, like it really hit home, was when the kids are all cheering, like going into war, when the general's like trying to pep them up, being like, hey, we're gonna fucking go break some necks out there. And they're all cheering, but little do they know they're going in to fucking die. And I'm just like, wow, they have no fucking clue what they're getting into.
They did such a good job of like contrasting like the people upstairs like controlling this war and sending these young kids out to die, with Daniel Brohl's like part of the movie, and then just contrasting that with this kind of like blind like enthusiasm of them going into it.
Not to mention the, to use an RJ phrase here, gotta love the parallels.
Sure.
There's a lot of parallels.
Love parallels.
So you have that first scene where he's basically looks like a St. John's prep kid. He looks like a they look like a bunch of prep boys. They're running around in their jackets. They're all wearing the same thing. They just graduated from the written course or whatever it is, and now they're going to go into the physical training, and they're all so excited because Germany's going to take over the world, and we're just going to all be amazing Germans together, and it's such a cool moment of pride for them. And you have that last speech before the final push, and everybody's like, what?
What are we
What
doing?
are we doing? The arc of that character in 2.5 hours, from this young boy into this adult who has seen so much pain and shit by the end of it, and he's a monster at the end. He has no emotion toward anything. He goes from like this young innocent kid. He's a child in the beginning, and over the course of like a few months, he just becomes this machine that feels nothing, that just keeps going.
How do you like go home after that? That's the.
I did think it was interesting because then he sees the kid that gets off the like they truck in a new bunch of people.
Yeah.
And like he's like guiding them at the end, like, nope, that's not what you want to do. Come over here. Just do what they tell you. I think that it's a brilliant film. The reason that I like this film so much was because of it's different in the sense that it's told from the perspective of a singular soldier. And we've seen a lot of this in recent war movies, but all the recent war movies are usually pertaining to like the conflict in Afghanistan and the Middle East.
Yeah, it's about a group.
Right. But it's all on that level of the younger or the lower level, like infantry people, right? But this back then, whenever we go to back then, everything is about Hitler. Everything is about the U.S. president. Everything is about the it's all up from the up top, whole nations, like just broad brushstrokes of like what happens. This is like nitty gritty in the trenches from the perspective of one young character who doesn't really win anything in the end, and it's a really cool take on the war in general. I just think it was incredibly interesting.
Well, I thought the way the movie started was awesome. That
brilliant.
cold open and like the whole like with them bringing the shirts in and like all that. Like I was immediately like locked into that. And to your point, Sam, like this probably has some of the best, like most accurate like combat scenes I've ever seen. Like when they're going through the trenches and clearing out that French like trench, and then the tanks. Like that, there was some scary ass scenes with those tanks coming over,
fucking driving over the soldiers, dude.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
fucking.
No.
They're just watching their fellow comrades just get demolished by a fucking tank.
No, this was one of those movies where like this showed like the terror of war and the barbaric nature.
I think it showed the reality.
Yeah,
the reality of
there
war.
were a few times that you gotta like look away sometimes at some of this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Like one is the bunker scene when they're all huddled in the bunker
Yeah.
and the kid tries to escape, and as soon as he gets by I think it was like lieutenant or something like that, he gets blown up by a motor.
Yeah.
And it goes everywhere, all over the soldiers that are inside the bunker, and they're just like freaking out, especially the kids. Like I think it's Ludwig is the kid with the glasses.
Yeah.
There's another scene with that when Paul, it's the main guy, Paul Bomber, he's going around the trenches collecting the tags of his fellow comrades, and he stumbles upon the glasses of Ludwig.
Brutal.
I mean, it just really like hits you. Like you went into this thing, you're thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be great. You know, we're all going to be on top of the world someday. But then in reality, you know, you're collecting dog tags of your best friends.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I love how they didn't spend too much time beforehand, like showing their lives before. They just got in. They were friends. They wanted to join the fight. And even though this movie's fictional, like you know that this happened.
Like stuff like that happened.
Countless like of these situations happened. You know?
I'm sure it happens now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's.
But it is crazy now. Like warfare is so different now versus like this shit. Like imagine like how
I was just
thinking about.
I'm just telling you, whether it's an unmanned drone that bombed us or whatever, if we were all over in Afghanistan, I'd feel just as bad as if one of you got run over by a tank. I mean, that'd be
100%. But like I would rather that than like going across a field and machine guns lined up the other side. It's just like really so random.
I think it's all perspective. You know what I mean? It's all perspective, and you know the propaganda on both sides, dude. You know, if you're an American, they have them on YouTube. If you type in, especially for World War II, but if you know all of this, like North Korea does it about Americans now. You know, they'll say that Americans have these huge noses and we basically are like goblins and we're evil people and all this other stuff. And you get into a certain mindset of like these people are here to destroy us. I mean, granted, I don't think Germany should have taken over the whole world or anything like that, and they didn't, thankfully. But you got to look at it. The coolest part of this movie is that it's not an American movie. It's a movie from the perspective of someone else.
Right.
But like watching it though, other than the scenes with the upper generals and stuff, you don't really think about it being a German. You know what I'm saying? You're just watching a kid fight in a war.
Sure.
You're not thinking about consciously that the other side is the good side.
Question for you. I think that it's a very interesting thing regarding the foreign nature of the film, right? Because it's told from the perspective of someone on the losing side.
Right.
If this was an American film and the Americans won, which we always do, America, we do. But
Vietnam. Not great.
That was not real, though. Nixon's an idiot. So anyway, my point is that if this was a film about a small group of people in this trench in America, and we won the war, they'd be revered as heroes. The storytelling of All Quiet on the Western Front is so interesting because there's no winner in the end. You know what I mean? It tells a story of the losing side, which is super interesting. But you've seen those where everybody gets blown up or whatever. It's a small team of 5
Dunkirk,
Navy SEALs.
The ending of Dunkirk when they're all returning home.
American English, whatever. It's from the winning side. So, but there were still plenty of people who died in Dunkirk. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this, you're right though. This was a very. This is not for the weak-stomached individual to watch. Well, this is very real.
You know what this movie did for me, like, is it showed that these individual soldiers weren't the bad guys. You know what I'm saying? The bad guys were the people orchestrating the war. Like that general who just like wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? Is like these guys were in a lot of ways like manipulated tools, to use for them.
Are they ever the bad guys?
No,
that's
soldiers? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
But
it's
this
very
like brought that, you don't see that a lot, I feel like, in movies.
Yeah, I like that they kept it out of the perspective of the upper echelon of people. Anyway, great movie. Go ahead and talk about your
Andor. Yeah, what a switch. Great show.
I like it.
Not real. As compared to World War I.
What? Are you kidding?
Hey, but there's a huge war on the brink of the galaxy right now. The Rebel Alliance is forming. What do you guys think? I'm really enjoying this show.
I like Andor.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the episode that dropped yesterday, but I watched all the other ones. Dude, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like interested, like what's going to happen. It's like you said before, it's well written.
Yep.
It's well directed.
Looks beautiful.
It looks really nice. I think Diego Luna, he does a great job.
Yep.
I think it's cool. You get some different character perspectives. Like you have Skarsgård's character. You have Andor. You got this woman who's a bitch. I don't.
Yeah,
she
I don't
just
know
looks like a witch. I don't like her. And then you got Mon Mothma. Nice surprise.
She's my best scenes are with her, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, when she's like at the party, she's like scheming. Dude, it's a pretty cool show.
Yeah.
It's a shame it's Star Wars, but
yeah,
honestly, it doesn't really.
It doesn't feel like you're not thinking about it. I will say, even though that this show is about Cassian, I'm more interested in like Mon Mothma's scenes and that last scene in the last episode with Saw Gerrera and
that was
what's
cool.
What's his name? Skarsgård's character. So good. It was great seeing Forrest Whitaker back.
It was.
All this that little formation and secret of the Rebel Alliance is really cool. I like it. Sam, what do you think?
Well, RJ, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
So I had to make a choice between All Quiet on the Western Front and this, and I watched the movie. Obviously.
Have you seen any of these episodes?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
I tried to watch it at work today, but obviously it didn't work out.
Yeah, it's a lot of episodes.
Sam, don't watch it if you don't want to. But if you want to watch it, watch
it.
It's
worth a watch.
I feel
when
like
you get
I'm
a chance.
obligated to watch it if we're going to talk about it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do weekly. We might now just hit the end of the season now.
I mean, how many more episodes we got?
Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah,
so you want to just recap the last 4 altogether then?
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that.
I mean, this could be a binge, Sam, because like they're quick episodes.
They're quick,
you know.
I mean, you guys can talk about it all you want. I mean, I may or may not watch it, so I don't care. You could spoil stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much to spoil because these characters obviously show up in Rogue One. Most of them, Mon Mothma, we know, is in the original trilogy. It's just cool seeing those characters, and I feel like Daddy Palps is going to show up. They've been mentioning him a lot. I feel like
they're going to definitly drop
maybe season
cameo
2. Krennic from Rogue One. I feel like he's going to show up at some point.
Saw Gerrera.
He was in it.
Yeah, we saw in the last episode. I mean, I could see some of those Rebels characters showing up because I know that this show is literally going to lead directly into Rogue One, so it's going to be cool watching this show and then watching
the droid. The fucking
K2SO. I bet that'll be a season 2 thing.
Yeah, do you know how long they plan on going for the show?
I think it's only 2 seasons. 2 seasons, 12 episodes each. Like that's why the show is good, is because it's planned out.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing and there's a clear end goal.
Yeah, it seems like they have a vision for the show rather than just like, oh, it's Boba Fett, let's like throw him in, you know what I mean?
And they're not using as cool as the volume technology is that Mando used and the Batman used it. Like, these are sets. Yeah. Like, they went to England, they took this one place and like remade it.
It looks gritty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my critique sometimes in Star Wars is like, it's supposed to be war. Like, everything looks too clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this looks gritty. Like, kind of feels like, all right, like, you're having the, like, scheme behind the Empire. And they're really this big, threatening force that you should be scared of,
And I'm a sucker for some Coruscant.
Oh, dude,
Love
of course,
seeing
that's awesome.
Coruscant.
Dude,
Yeah.
just the window with like all the shit flying by.
Yep.
My only critique, these two at the bottom, this woman who looks like a witch and the pussy guy, I'm not too interested in like that storyline.
Yeah.
They kind of lose me there. But everything else, I very much enjoy.
Yeah. Also, it was nice seeing Andy Serkis.
Yeah, that was
last
cool.
episode, a little cameo.
That was cool.
Because you never see him not, as himself.
No, it was cool to see him. That was interesting. Like the whole prison thing. Like I kind of upset me.
Yeah.
Like I got mad. Like why is he in there?
That was
just a tourist.
That was a cool reference to George Lucas's first movie, THX. THX.
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah. His like sci-fi film. That was really cool. But no, it was great seeing Andy. Because what else? Age of Ultron, Black Panther. You don't see him much as just
Batman.
Himself.
He's an Alfred.
Oh yeah, he's Alfred. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, he's barely in the movie.
I hope we see him more as himself. He's great.
He's great.
He's also good as Gollum.
Schmeagle.
But no, I'm really enjoying this show. I'm excited to see how it ends. We got a few more episodes left, so we'll probably catch back up when the season ends and review that.
I like the show dropping on Tuesdays, man. Yeah, it's kind of a low key show. Middle of the week.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Eat dinner. Boom.
There you
I
go.
like it. All right, let's get into it. So we got a new segment. The Watch Wheel. We can't figure out a name yet. What was the name you had?
I liked
You went with
Movie
Watch Wheel?
Roulette.
Movie Roulette.
Okay.
Movie Roulette.
So this week on
explain.
Movie Roulette, because it's the first week, we are starting the segment with The Northman, Nightcrawler, Clockwork Orange, and The Last Duel.
Okay.
Are these all on Netflix?
I think they're all
Streaming
streamable.
service?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Clockwork Orange is on HBO.
Northman is on Amazon.
Nightcrawler, I'm not sure.
HBO, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
No,
I think
as
I
long
saw
as it's
that.
some streaming.
Okay. We were thinking maybe changing it up as opposed to just random films. Next time, maybe we'll do like a genre.
Or a
and then-
director or an actor or
whatever.
something like
Right,
that. But this
exactly.
week we all came in, we picked one movie. So Matt, you chose The Northman.
Northman.
You haven't seen it yet.
Valhalla.
I chose The Last Duel, which I think is an underrated movie from
Odin.
Ridley Scott last year. Sam, you went with Nightcrawler.
I did, yeah.
Great movie. Some of us have seen these, some of us haven't. Nick, you went with Clockwork Orange, which is a classic Kubrick. I don't think any of us have seen that, so that'll if we land on that, that'll be
I love that
interesting.
movie. I think it'll.
I
be
hear weird things.
very interesting. So
So let's do it. So guys, whatever this lands on, we're gonna watch it for next podcast and review it. So here we go. Let's spin it. Spin it to win it. Oh, nice. It's a good sound right there.
oh boy,
Show me the money.
oh boy,
Nightcrawler,
whoa,
All right.
Nightcrawler,
starring
Na, na,
Jake
na,
Gyllenhaal,
na.
2014. Riz Ahmed is in this too. This is a good one. It's a solid
I'm
excited to talk about it.
I've never
Matt,
seen
I
it.
actually think you'll like this movie.
I love Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, and it's him being kind of a nut job.
It's very
good.
And
dark.
it's a short movie. It's under 2 hours. So
Perfect.
This will
Even
be a
better.
good one to review. Nick, you've seen Nightcrawler.
I have, but
I've
it was
seen-
good to get a refresh.
No, it's been a while since I've seen this movie, so I'm actually excited to rewatch
It's
it.
very good.
Yeah. So next week we'll be reviewing Nightcrawler. Now I forgot a question of the day this week.
you did.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Anyone have one off the top of their head real quick?
Mine are all like,
All right. Well,
You know.
Halloween's over. It's we're in the middle grace period before Christmas and November. There's not really a theme, but
okay.
is
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
You're a piece of shit. You know that?
It's a tough question, isn't it?
Christmas.
You go Christmas?
Yeah.
For me, it's the first movie I watch for Christmas.
Okay. All right.
But you can argue Halloween too.
I don't like that movie.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorites.
It just creeps me out.
Yeah, Tim Burton. You're not a Tim Burton guy.
I hate Tim Burton.
Sam, Christmas or Halloween?
There's only one right answer.
Okay.
It's Halloween.
Wow. All right. Okay. Nick?
I would agree with Sam that there's only one right answer, but I would say Christmas.
Because it's heavily Halloween for the first part of the movie.
But the whole point of it is that
it's
a
him being
Halloween
Santa
character
Claus.
becomes Santa Claus.
I'm going to lean towards Christmas, but it's like a 60-40.
Well, hold on. Do they? I've seen it like
Sure.
once when I was little. Don't they celebrate Christmas at the end, or like isn't it about Christmas?
No, the way that it works is that it's like in the middle of the woods in a foreign land,
Okay.
which we don't know where it is. So it's a mystical
Oh,
thing
Bane.
of
Halloween
woods,
Town.
right?
That's
No,
right.
no,
Bane.
but
We
in the
all-
middle of the
Yeah.
woods, there's a
Great
bunch of
movie.
trees, right? And on each tree
It's the holiday.
is a symbol representing the holiday. So on Thanksgiving one, you have a turkey. On
Okay.
the Christmas one, you have I think it's like a snowflake or something like
Yeah.
that. On the
Easter.
other one, you have a jack-o'-lantern, right? And so we go in, kind of similar. You've seen The Grinch in the beginning. We go into a snowflake.
Oh, that's
so
a good movie.
The tree open. Oh, my God. Yeah. Just wait till we do our wheel spin for holiday films.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good.
So,
The Santa Claus.
yeah, it's going to be great. So you open up the pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern on the tree, and you go inside, and you're all of a sudden in this Halloween town world. And that's where Jack Skellington is. Now, something happens where he goes through this portal, and he goes out into the thing, and he discovers the Christmas tree.
The North Pole.
And he goes into the realm of the Christmas. And so he tries to bring Christmas to the Halloween people.
Yeah, so I guess probably Christmas. I might go with that. Either way, you can watch it either.
I think it's a twofer. I think you could do it
Oh,
in
it definitely
October,
is a
and then you
twofer.
bring it back for a reprise for the end of the year.
Yeah, but that I'm excited to review some holiday movies when we
it'd
get
be
there.
so
the
great.
Santa Claus's
My
Great
favorite time of
movie.
year, man.
new show coming out on Disney Plus. I watched the trailer. I'm excited. Tim Allen back in the saddle.
Listen, the one thing that did get me perked up was seeing Bernard the Elf.
Bernard the Elf is back.
I met him.
He's awesome.
I
You
met
met
Bernard
Bernard
the
the
Elf. Yeah, I had an
Really?
audition for. You ever seen Mr. Woodcock? It's a.
Fucking love Bernard the Elf.
It's
Great.
yeah, it's supposed to be funny, but you ever
Yeah.
seen the Mr. Woodcock
No.
movie? So it's a Billy Bob Thornton movie,
Okay.
and I had an audition to play young. You know the guy who played Stifler in
Yes.
in American
Yes.
Pie?
Yeah.
So he was the main actor, and it's about this kid whose gym teacher who used to pick on him when he was a little kid.
Yep.
The gym teacher starts dating his mom. That's
Nice.
the movie. And there are a few flashback scenes, so I had to play the young version of Stifler. I wasn't in the film. I did audition.
yeah.
It was a BS thing. And I'm sitting there at the audition, and we're in a row of a bunch of people who are auditioning for various roles and stuff. And this guy next to me, it seemed probably in his like early 20s or maybe he was 30, I don't know. But I was like nothing. I was like a fourth grader, third or fourth grader.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, whatever. And this kid starts talking to me. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, hey, you look really familiar. And he goes, well, have you ever seen the Santa Claus? And I go, yeah, it's like my favorite Christmas movie. And he goes, oh, I played Bernard. And I was like,
That's great.
oh, well, it's really nice to meet you. And I
me
was
hot
like,
chocolate.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
instantaneous chills trying to keep my composure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
and
so
I'm
cool.
like, I wanted to say so bad, like, haven't you people ever heard of a bass thing? And I didn't, but I really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's such a good. He was a really nice guy. Super chill.
Seems like
He's
it.
funny. He's in Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, he's in those
10 Things I
stoner
Hate About
movies.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, underrated.
What prompted you to use the Chinese poster for Clockwork?
My late how rushed I was.
Yeah, either way, it
Yeah.
works.
Have we not mentioned it and I caught it in the edit?
I
That
just
would have been
caught it.
changed.
Yeah,
That would have been changed for the final, but now I got to leave it in there. Thank
That's
you.
good. I still understand. I think it says Clockwork under it. So yeah, next week we're going to be reviewing Nightcrawler. Good film. I'm excited to watch it again. So we'll be back at it. We'll have some other topics. Leave a comment below. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie, or is it a Halloween movie? Let us know. Like, subscribe. Come back next week, Friday, 6 p.m. We'll be here. How you doing?